15 years of sacrifice ended with my sons telling a judge their stepdad was their real dad. Their adoption legally erased their $2 million. I spent 15 years raising Harry and Theo alone after their mother bailed. Double shifts, packed lunches, working 2 jobs so they never went without. Then their mom came back with Pete, who walked around like he invented fatherhood. That's how we ended up in family court. My boys sat across from me wearing those grins teenagers have when they think they've outsmarted everyone. When the judge asked if they were sure about the adoption, Harry straightened up. Yes, Your Honor. Pete is the real father in our lives. He's shown us what being a dad actually means. My ears rang. Real father. I wanted to scream about the fevers I nursed, the double shifts for Christmas presents, but I sat there, jaw tight. Then Theo pulled out a photo. One of us at the park when he was 8. He ripped it clean down the middle and let it drop onto my lap without saying a word. Then he walked to Pete like it was nothing. Adoption approved. 15 years erased in 2 minutes. When I got home, I remembered something. My dad had set up a college trust fund for the boys. $2 million locked away for their future. I'd never touched it, not even when things got tight. But now that they weren't legally my sons anymore, what happened to that money? I called William, our family lawyer. Your father wrote a reversion clause, he said. If Harry and Theo ever stopped being your legal dependents, the trust reverts back to you. It's yours now. $2 million. No strings attached. $2 million plus my $447,000 saving. My father had seen through all of this. They thought they upgraded. They had no clue they just signed away their entire future. A week later, Harry texted me a photo at some trendy restaurant. Caption, real dad takes us out right. But I happened to be at that same place for dinner and watched Pete's card get declined twice before he slunk off to an ATM. I had Pete investigate it. The verdict, $400,000 debt to private lenders. Bankrupt business. The man wasn't rich. He was drowning. Sure enough, Pete called me. I need access to their educational accounts. My lawyer says I'm entitled to manage the college trust. I gave him William's number. When William explained the boys forfeited their rights, Pete lost it. Then my ex called. You thief! You stole our son's money. They're not my sons anymore. Remember? You made sure of that. Days later, social services showed up with signed affidavits from Harry and Theo claiming I'd abused them. I brought out my box of receipts. Every tuition payment, every medical bill from 15 years. The social worker's expression changed from suspicion to disbelief. This clearly shows you provided well above basic support. I played Pete's recorded call demanding the trust. The officer, that's highly irregular. They were trying to bury me with false accusations. I called both colleges and withdrew my financial support. They're no longer legally my sons. Their new guardian is responsible. Without my backing, both enrollments were flagged. Then I planned a farewell dinner. I invited family, but quietly included Pete's creditors and my ex-father-in-law Hunter, who Pete owed $60,000. The night arrived. I set up a projector. When everyone was seated, let's make sure we know what we're celebrating. First slide, my overtime hours. Years of double shifts. For 15 years, I worked 2 jobs for Harry and Theo. Next slide, my $447,000 saving. Gasps rippled through the room. Their grandfather also set up a $2 million college trust until the adoption. Click. The adoption decree beside the trust clause. If beneficiaries cease to be legal dependents, funds revert to biological father. When they chose adoption, they walked away from this. My ex shot up. You stole their money. No, you stole my sons. The money came back when you did. Click. Pete's debts, $400,000. Bankrupt business. This is who my sons traded me for. Hunter stood. You owe me $60,000, you bastard. Final slide. Insurance fraud documents. Pete faked a workplace accident. My ex helped forge records. Chaos erupted. Phones snapping photos. My ex's face crumbled. Harry muttered, we didn't know. You freed me from being your father. Tonight, I'm freeing you from my wallet. I walked out. Within weeks, Pete was arrested for fraud and got 2 years. My ex got a criminal record. Harry and Theo's colleges canceled their enrollments. They got jobs. Harry stocking shelves. Theo waiting tables. No cars, no vacations. Months later, they showed up at my door. Thinner, exhausted, smugness gone. We've been working and thinking about what we did, Harry said. We called you cheap when you worked 2 jobs. Now we know what it feels like. They didn't beg. They asked for a loan with interest. We want to earn back the right to be your sons. I sent them a contract. 3% interest. Minimum GPA. Work requirements. It wasn't fatherly support anymore. It was business. They signed without reading it. After 15 years carrying the weight of being their father, I finally understood what freedom felt like.